Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quick Count. It is a special PLE Sunday edition. If you watched us on the 10 count on Thursday, we have Forbidden Door, we have Heatwave, we have night 2 of GCW Homecoming, and we had night 1 last night. Zach, happy National Waffle and Peach Pie Day. Damn it. I got waffles in my freezer. I should have been prepared again. I am not good at being prepared with this stuff, but one day I will. I will surprise you, Zach, one of these days. But yeah, I want to talk about the man himself, Bear Bronson, last night, winning the Deathmatch Scramble. And tonight, which we had the pleasure interviewing. If you haven't checked that out yet, go check on our YouTube for that interview. It was awesome. But we got to we're going to see a dream match play out from this man, straight from his words on our pod to the big stage for GCW tonight. He is challenging Matt Tremont for the Ultraviolet Championship. How cool is that, Justin?
It's incredible. It seems like Bear can't miss right now. Whatever Bear says is coming, like he's speaking it into existence. I kind of wish before we got off the pod with him, I wish he had said that I was going to hit the lottery, because I would probably be a millionaire right now. That man is just full cylinders. Like, just everything he's touching is gold right now. He goes out there last night in the deathmatch battle royal. Looks like an absolute savage. Just destroys everyone in that match. Ends up taking the victory, and then just looks into the camera, starts screaming Tremont. He does the whole belt gesture saying, I'm coming for that Ultraviolet Championship tomorrow night. And yet, he said it. He said his dream feud in the deathmatch scene is Matt Tremont, and we're getting it tonight for the Ultraviolet Championship. And he also, so I had to repost the clip that I had of him, because he mentioned another certain someone that returned last night. Mr. Nick Gage, Mr. GCW himself, returned back to GCW after being away for a little over a year, I think. So now can we see Gage and Bear Bronson? Will Bear win tonight? Howdy, Randy, as always. Will we see Bear defeat Matt Tremont tonight? And then maybe we'll see Nick Gage come out and confront him? Is that what we're going to see? I don't know. Dude, I cannot wait. It's so annoying that, well, it's not annoying, because going to my in-laws, I love them. So if you're somehow watching, I love you guys. But we are going to my in-laws all day today. So that means I'm going to try my best, but we have GCW Homecoming at 5. We have Forbidden Door, I think, at 1. And then we have Heatwave at 7 or 8. There's literally, it's a marathon wrestling day. Like you tweeted out, and I'm going to be there. So I can't be antisocial and just be watching wrestling on my phone. So I might try to stay off and then just binge watch once I get home, just everything. Like I might pull an all-nighter. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I was so excited. I went to the beer distributor yesterday because the fall pumpkin beers are out, the Oktoberfest beers are out, and I was looking everywhere. My favorite is Brooklyn Post Road Pumpkin Ale, and I couldn't find it. I went to the guys at the cashier, like, I think we have one, and there was one 6-pack left. I guess they don't get much from Brooklyn, but I'm ready to drink those today. I'm excited. I had one yesterday. But yeah, I'm just excited because Bear's Summer of Violence is possibly ending with a championship win, which would be the culmination of a Summer of Violence, if you ask me. And I think it would be cool, especially if a first title defense could be against a Nick Gage. Like, that would be insane. I mean, I'm so happy for him. I hope that happens. That man's on a trajectory that I think we kind of noticed after speaking with him and seeing him and understanding him and just getting the passion he has for this business and what he wants to do. So, I mean, the dude's a workhorse. I can't wait to see him have so much success. So let's go. Bear Bronson, come on, bring one home tonight for your boys at the 10 count.
I also wanted to quickly show this.
Yeah.
If you're not watching the YouTube stream, I just showed the official 10 count shirt. that I am currently wearing. It is snug. It is nice, and I love it. So you can go get it at prowrestlingtees.com right now. And then also just wanted to, I guess it's a shout out to both of us, but someone from Body Slam, Brady, he's a big GCW fan, and he didn't know that we had Bear Bronson on the show. So we had like a little fantasy football group chat. And he was asking, oh, I wonder if anyone has an interview with Bear talking about his transition into deathmatch. I said, well,
we got
that up because I sent the link and he said, great interview. Just finished it. Bronson seems like such a great guy, which he is. It was super cool to know that he's been a deathmatch fan since a teen. Him saying Tremont is like his Onita is so dope because I can relate to that. Now I'm even more hyped for tomorrow, which is tonight. So I honestly, there's Forbidden Door, there's Heatwave. I think the match I'm most looking forward to is Bear Bronson and Matt Tremont, and that says something. That says something.
Speaking of your fantasy football group, how'd that go? Who was the first pick of that? Was it Aaron Rodgers?
No, Rodgers did go. I don't. It got a little weird, but I'm happy with my team. Let's just say I'm happy with my team. I have a stack of Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey. Hopefully McCaffrey stays healthy. Yeah, not too bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And the draft only took like an hour and a half for 16 team league. That's
crazy. That's pretty fast.
That's pretty fast. Yeah. So we did all right. We did all right.
Let's chat about something we wanted to talk about on Thursday, but we didn't have the chance to. We speak about, we're trying to watch Forbidden Door, Heatwave, GCW Homecoming Night 2. Let's talk about all the avenues you must pay for to be able to be a professional wrestling fan in this day and age. You have to be either very picky or have a lot of money to spend in subscriptions nowadays. It's like the new cable. It's just, I kind of think we've all seen this coming, right? Because everyone's going to have a subscription. You're all going to have to pay like $9.99. But let's focus in on WWE, Justin. What were you saying? We have to watch, I think there's, what is it, ESPN? What else we're going to have?
Yeah, so I saw a tweet that just broke it down. I don't have it up in front of me, so if I forget, I apologize. But let's say with ESPN, if you don't have cable, you now have to pay $30-something a month to get the PLEs. So it's $30 a month, or it's free if you have Verizon or another subscription, which I do. So I'm okay with it. Now I get the PLEs for free, but I thought I was going to be able to cancel Peacock. No. You cannot cancel Peacock because now Saturday Night Main Event is exclusive to Peacock. It is not going to be on NBC cable. It's only going to be on Peacock. So now to watch John Cena's last match, guess what? You need Peacock. So you need Peacock, you need ESPN, you need Tubi is free, and that is for WWE Evolve. You'll also need cable for the CW to watch NXT. Cable, obviously, for you have SmackDown. But you could also, if you're out of the States, you can watch that on, which you also need a subscription for. Netflix subscription for Monday Night Raw. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. And then if you want to watch, let's say, GCW, you need Fight TV, aka Triller. If you want to watch AEW tonight or today, I think it's also on Triller, Fight TV. That's pretty much like the pay-per-view spot to go. But yeah, that's the runaround. So, I have VPN. Once we get a VPN sponsor, I will sponsor the shit out of any VPN service that comes our way. But yeah, so even like for SmackDown, SmackDown was just obviously in Dublin, Ireland. I was at work. I hopped on my VPN. I said I was in Canada, and I was able to watch some of SmackDown live on Netflix instead of having to wait until 8 p.m. So
yeah, dude, I need to do that so bad because I was itching so bad to be able to watch SmackDown, and I'm like, look, I went on USA thinking it was gonna be at 1 o'clock where it was in Ireland. I'm like, what? I can't watch. I'm like, oh wait, it's live on
worth
Netflix right now.
It's worth it, dude. It is so worth it. Hopefully we get a VPN sponsor soon because, like I said, if you want to be a diehard pro wrestling fan, I think you really want to get a VPN.
Because for me, like when I watch wrestling, like I don't want to be spoiled. So like so that's why I try and watch it live. And if I can't, usually I'm scrolling through something. And I'm like, well, there goes that surprise. Or, well, I really wanted to see that on my own. But wrestling fans, how's your pockets doing? I hope it's doing well. Someone like me, I have to like sometimes rely, which is a great thing. Content creators on TikTok or, Twitter posting, their reactions to certain things, which is a great way to like catch up quickly. But I'd rather be able to watch everything live, to the point, enjoy it as it's coming. So maybe one day I'll have enough cash flow to subscribe to everything I need to.
That's the dream. That's the dream. Hopefully we get there one day. But I want to go back to GCW because it was said that GCW Homecoming was going to start off with a bang. And my God, did it. The first match was the indie god, well, the real indie god, Shotzi Blackhart, versus the fake indie god, Matt Cardona. Cardona, love you still. What a match. This is where we saw Tommy. They hit Gage's music. Tommy Invincible comes out. Dude, at first I actually thought it was him. I was like, holy shit. Like he actually, like with the mask on, I was like, oh wow, he could pull off Nick Gage a little bit. And then he pulls down the mask. It's Tommy Invisible. And then 5 minutes later, not even, boom, the music hits. The place fucking goes crazy. Nick Gage returns. And then later on in the match, we have a little help from Shotzi's friends. We get to see Killer Kross and Scarlett back in a ring. I'm going to pull up the clip right now. Let's just take a look at the pop that they get.
More of these individuals with Matt.
Oh, low blow! What on earth is happening, Mose?
I loved it. I love the tweet that Cardona pushed out after the fact where he was like, these WWE people try and come in. Now I got to defend my territory. Like, dude, Cardona, he's been the social media king since True Long Island, True Long Island story. I mean, he's gotten it since then, and he's only, pushed forward in the social media realm. The man knows how to, create the boundaries outside of just the ring within the social media realm. And it just makes me even more excited. Cardona's ready to, put the line in the sand, defend GCW from these outsiders, similar to what we're seeing with John Cena and Logan Paul. But Cardona, I love you, dude. But right now, Karrion and Scarlett have my heart. So it looks like you're going to get a beat down, my friend. I apologize for that, but you'll bounce back. We know you always do.
TikTok. Yeah. And then they even cut a promo after where Kross is playing a violin, and he pretty much says like, I lost my dream job. I was really sad. And then he smashes the violin and says, it's not a work. It's not a fucking work. I'm here. And then, yeah, just TikTok, because now it's not a work. But then there were people that were like, well, it doesn't help that he showed up in GCW, because GCW is kind of like co-aligned with WWE. Because you do see Natty in Bloodsport. That's GCW. Like you do see a lot of crossover between WWE now and GCW. So some people are like, that's probably not the spot to really show up if you wanted to prove that it's not a work. But I fully believe him. It's not a work, and yeah, I can't wait to see Cardona and Kross.
I don't know, man. I feel like WWE's been a lot more lenient with their ability to let some wrestlers kind of branch out, especially ones that aren't like in full blown storylines that are important. So I could see it, like, I could see why people are like a little hesitant. I don't think it is, man. I think this man's ready to take the independence and everything else by storm. I think he's going to keep garnering the attention that he's already been building. And I think he's going to explode even more. Like, look how loud that GCW arena is going to get. Just think of how everywhere else is going to get when that man shows up randomly. Like, I can't wait. We're in an interesting time in wrestling, especially with Karrion like showing up and getting that kind of attention, especially for people thinking that, it's a work. But I think he's going to just put in the work, become this undeniable force, and then eventually make his way back to WWE. I think there's going to be a time where WWE's like, okay, we should have done this the right way. Let's get this man back in here and push him to the moon. I mean, look what Cody did. I think we're going to see some kind of same trajectory, not probably as big, but similar.
I'm wondering because I'm still expecting Cardona eventually to show back up in WWE. So I just don't. I don't know, because Chelsea's there. Obviously, Chelsea's crushing it. Chelsea has a big match tonight. We have the Canadians versus the Team America. Let's go Canada. But I don't know. I fully expect both of them to be back in WWE eventually. But it's like, this is just the perfect mix. Like, you have Cardona, like the indie god, like that. I feel like that's why Shotzi like got aligned with this whole rivalry with Cardona, because if you're in a rivalry with Cardona on the indie scene, you're doing something. And with the magnitude of the momentum that Kross has been pulling, like I feel like it's just only right for it to go through Cardona. So like, even when he left and we were all speculating, like we should have seen this match coming like a mile away, which is, Cardona and Kross. And then if we were smart enough, we would have been like, oh, Shotzi has a YouTube channel with Scarlett, like going to like the paranormal stuff. I was like, come on, like it's the perfect. It's so perfect.
And I want to talk about kind of like Shotzi and Cardona for a second. Like, this day and age, like, we know the women's division, even in WWE, like, is spectacular, but the women can go. I like miss the days where, we've seen a little more with Rhea Ripley, but I miss when like these mixed tags matches, like the guys and girls can go at it, because we're in a day and age, especially now, where the women, a lot of them can kick a lot of dudes' asses if they really wanted to. So I miss that. So seeing that match was kind of nostalgic, especially in such an intense, violent way. But props to Shotzi, man. She can go. I feel like I want to say that like the WWE like dropped the ball, but it's so hard with WWE because it's like the cream of the crop. Like, you have to be like the best of the best. And we're in an age where there's a lot of bests. And I think that's why we see people like Karrion, like Shotzi, even Natty, like kind of get pushed to the bottom of the barrel, but it's not like we're lacking too much on the front, on the top end. The women's division WWE is the best of the best. They're killer. The competition in women's wrestling right now is insane. And I just give them all the credit in the world. I think the men, I think they need to start stepping up a little bit more, get back to par. But the competition in professional wrestling as a whole is amazing. It's fun. You really don't see anything that's like, I won't say cringeworthy, because there is stuff in WWE that's still cringeworthy, but for the most part, not cringeworthy or not bad. So I don't know, man. I'm really enjoying what we get to see, especially on days like this where we can have wrestling from 1 p.m. to probably 10 p.m. and it's going to be banger. Yeah.
And just with Shotzi. So we've seen the recent releases in WWE, like all the names. I don't now I could be speaking out of term here, but I don't believe anyone's working as hard as Shotzi Blackhart is. Shotzi is jumping from show to show in the same fucking night. Shotzi will be on GCW and then she'll just appear elsewhere. She is working so hard to get her name over, to put herself over, to get back out there, to build momentum, to, like we say, working social media. Cardona and Shotzi are having their own feud and own little like segments just through social media and on YouTube. Like, you wouldn't see Cardona going to Shotzi's House of Horrors to get back his internet championship if you didn't go to YouTube. And that was awesome. So, I mean, just shout out to Shotzi. She is unbelievable. I would love to get her on the show for an interview one day. But yeah, just so happy for her. So happy for Karrion, Killer, and Scarlett, because those three together, best friends that are now just going to run around the indies and just kick people's asses. I can't wait. It's awesome.
I feel like people who go to WWE and leave, a lot of them, they made it to WWE for a reason. WWE just didn't pick them because, this would be a good filler person, or, hey, they could probably push a good shitty gimmick. No, they got there for a reason, and whatever hand they're dealt, unfortunately, through creative or whatever, or because there's so many people at the top, like I feel like they're caged, right? They don't have the ability to really show their skills, their talent, their promo abilities, their in-ring abilities. Sometimes they only get like 5 or 6 minutes in a match where you're trying to like trade back and forth quickly. So when these people then leave WWE, they explode on the scene, and it's fun, but also feel bad sometimes because you can see the potential that they could have been in that moment in WWE, and maybe it's not their time there yet. But I always root for them to come back and just do their thing, show them why they shouldn't have let go in the first place. So I'm pumped up. I really hope a lot for Cardona, for Shotzi, for Killer, for Scarlett, because I feel like those 4 names really could explode the moment they come back to WWE, if they ever do.
Yeah, and that just shows you just how much talent there really is. Just not even in WWE, but in GCW and all the indie promotions, AEW, TNA. There's so many damn good professional wrestlers that you just need the right story to really just kick something off and really make it hot. And and that's why I also like to Shotzi's just to defend Shotzi is I believe she was on an interview and she said she was going to WWE Creative with ideas. Like she wasn't just sitting back and catering and just waiting to be given something. She wanted to be out there. So she was giving these ideas, and unfortunately none of them were sticking for whatever reason. WWE Creative just wasn't feeling it, and ultimately she was released. But my God, is she just reviving any sort of momentum that we thought might have been dead, because she is on a skyrocket to the top right now.
Yeah, and I really thought she did have some potential, because when she was doing like that, when she shaved her head and was going crazy, like that to me was actually like, I liked it. It was entertaining. I thought it could really, push some boundaries for her, but again, it just kind of just fell flat, which is, maybe it was a, disagreement with creative, or they didn't really want to stick behind it. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just pumped up for today. There's a lot going on. They added Bullet Club War Dogs versus the Ops apparently for the AEW Trios Championships, which would be crazy if the War Dogs did win that. That would be fun. I don't think they would pull that trigger, but it would be cool if New Japan faction took the AEW Trios Championships. But yeah, MJF, man, let's go. He's not going to win, but I can hope.
We can hope, but I think we both know where that match is gonna unfortunately go. But also with JCW invaded the Juggalos, so that whole El Juggalo's not here in the chat. I'm surprised. But yeah, Violent J and the Juggalos came into GCW. And they're going to have, I think in October, they're going to have a War Games match, JCW versus GCW, and they're going to end the war once and for all. So I thought it was cool that they were still pushing storylines with, another company, JCW, on Homecoming. So I thought that was super awesome. We're interviewing someone in that realm. So that's all I'm going to say. Next week, so that'll be a fun episode. You're right, Arctic Darks 2 years ago. Yep. We sadly lost Bray Wyatt. I can't believe it's been 2 years.
Rest in peace, Bray, man.
It's just crazy how time flies, and I hope we get the Wyatt 6 somewhere. I don't know, like imagine they showed up on Heatwave just like as like a little like a nod to Bray. Like I think that would be super cool, but I don't know, man. I can't believe it's been 2 years, but I know Ty has a gig that he has to work in a little bit, so we are going to wrap up this quick count. I almost said 10 count. This quick count a little early. We're at the 25-minute mark, but please subscribe to the Body Slam Patreon for exclusive breaking news, interviews, podcasts. I think today they actually dropped some interesting names that are backstage at AEW Forbidden Door. So if you would like to see which interesting names are there, please go subscribe to the Body Slam Patreon. You won't regret it. Follow Body Slam on all socials at Body Slam Net. Follow us on all socials up top left corner at the 10 Count Pod. And then how can I forget? It is the official 10 Count logo tee. I am wearing it from ProWrestlingTees.com. It is comfy, it is fun, and you'll be repping your favorite wrestling podcast. You can go get it now at ProWrestlingTees.com. Love the guys over at Pro Wrestling Tees. I actually have to go get the new Killer Kross shirt. So I'm probably going to do that once we sign off. But yeah, that'll be it. Let's ring that bell, please. Because this quick count is over. Enjoy your wrestling-filled Sunday. Let us know what you're looking forward to most. Are you looking forward to GCW Homecoming Night 2? Are you looking forward to NXT Heatwave? Are you looking forward to AEW New Japan Forbidden Door? It's all today. So just sit back, grab some pumpkin beers like Ty said, and just enjoy the world of professional wrestling. We will see you all on Thursday. Until then, have a great week. Enjoy today. Enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the week. We will see you all back here Thursday night for the 10 Count. Until then, it is Ty, it is Justin, and we are out of here.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's the wrong word.